Let's see. Excellent connection. All right. It looks like it's back. Why the new background? I just wanted to change things up a little. Trying to improve my stream stuff. And that was one way I wanted to try it. Delusion with the tier 1. Thank you, friend, for the support. Let's get some pogfish in the chat. I hope you enjoy the emotes. Some of the best SpongeBob emotes you will find on twitch.television, if I do say so myself. I need a 2-drop, man. It does match the snapboard. When's the next podcast? Maybe this weekend. Maybe this weekend. Scheduling's been a little tough for us recently. Well, we didn't get a 2-drop or another 1-drop. Feels bad, man. I love that video. I don't even know if I want to play this Snowguard. I think I don't, because I know he is Killmonger. Oh, this is my Snowguard. What is Gnome playing? Bruh, too much card generation. I'm scared. I am frightened here. I'm gonna stay though, even though I probably shouldn't. Okay, so he's just playing Annie. We could beat Annie. Although I need power to beat Annie is the thing. Oh god, I'm gonna get... I need to send this over now or I get these back. This is bad, man. This is real bad. And it's like I want to draw a card, so I think I'm just gonna do this. It's bad, and we're probably gonna have to leave, but surely we just get the God Pixie draw, right? No such thing happened. Unlucky. Yeah, 1-cost Goliath. Maybe we had a chance. Or Magneto. Magneto could have worked too. There's no winning here. Sad. I think Annie's really good right now, especially with this hot location. Do. Do. Let's see. If someone wants to do me a huge solid, that is a link to the YouTube stream. If someone could tell me if you can hear the different music on the YouTube stream, I would greatly appreciate it. If not, I can just check it later. But I'm curious if my shenanigans of setting it up actually worked. It hasn't taken me down yet, so I'm assuming it worked. Alright, well, we're off to a little bit of a rough start, but that's okay. I do think all this card generation is probably a bit of a non-bow with the location. So you might have to wait to play this. I guess it's better to do the generation now because it guarantees we curve out. Oh no, we already have a guaranteed curve out, so we don't need the generation because we have 2 and 3. Arsham, ew. Gross. Do. Cable. Haven't seen that card in a while.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Schmoopy Daddy with the raid. All the raids tonight. What's up, Schmoopy? Hope you had a good stream. What's up, Lamp? How was the Hearth of Stone treating you? All right, we're generating value. What did they get here? Wild is playable, but slower with piles. Oh, I'd love to hear that. I miss Wild from time to time. Had some good times there. Alright, so we go... Boom. This just wins me the lane. They have 1,000,000 energy, though. Like, literally 1,000,000 energy. And a sunspot to go with it. What's up, Tom?
We are the future.
We are the future. Oh. Well, that's a negative pixie flip, but it's alright. I wish I had 6 instead of 5. Because getting Prio here is a tall order. Honestly, I think the smart play is just to give them the Snow Guard and pray. Oh. Bro. We're dead. We're very dead, aren't we? Well, wait.
All systems go.
All right. What are the odds they forget about the Snow Guard stuff? I'm gonna say they're gonna forget. Or they Eliath me on the right and then I die of cringe, but it's fine, it's fine. Nobody remembers what the Snow Guard animals do. Not a single person. And they never have generation that gets them power on the right. These things are literally not possible.
The mystery intrigues me.
Bro. Well, this is your public service announcement that Arsham is bullshit and cringe, and I hope it dies in a fire. Should have played around it. Skill issue. Just play around like every card in the game. Actual skill issue. But don't worry, guys. Arsham creates a valuable and varied experience that players find fun. Yeah, just never play around anything. Alright, well, now we have 2 of them. This hand is really bad. Oh, it's not our day, chat. You know? I'm gonna pay you 1 cube to fuck off. With my huge 6-cost hand. Imagine not playing around Tribunal there. Yeah, I know. I'm washed. I am actually washed. Ba, 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 da. Not Snap is toxic player. I hate and fun toxic myself. You skill issue or something balanced. See, yeah, this guy gets it. You're basically a Snap player at this point, Schmoopy. Like, you just get it. Oh, good, it's Arsham. Is this what everyone was talking about and complaining about today? Like, everyone went back to Arsham and it's just misery? Because, yes, like, the last few days it hasn't been that bad. There hasn't been that much of it. And the things were significantly less cringe. And now, well... Return of the cringe. It's everywhere again. Surely they nerf it tomorrow, right, chat? Surely they have a come to Jesus moment and nerf Arsham into the ground. Surely. Is there a patch tomorrow? There is. OTA tomorrow. If I nerf you mean do nothing, then yes. No, no, no. They're not going to do nothing. They're just going to, like, nerf all the cards in Arsham that aren't the card Arsham, right? So when any of the cards I've never seen do, and why does Arsham have 10 power? Alioth have 10 power. Because they made it no longer delete everything. If you want to see what current cards do, you can exclamation mark card, and it'll actually tell you. Alright, good one, Safety. Joke's on you, I'm lazy. Got him. Alright, the game is gonna take a moment here to just chill. Do 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 do. It's time to evolve. Just make Arsham add every card in the game to your deck. Yeah. Would be a good idea. Now it's just endless Hiketron spam. I kind of love it. Do 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 do. Apparently, they're gonna be doing a crossover with Marvel Rivals maybe in like December, and we might get Galactica. I don't know how to say her name. Galactus's daughter from Rivals, which would be cool. The bot doesn't know D's nuts. Wow. This bot must have never been on the internet. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure we died to them not playing a single card that was in their deck. Yeah, the streamer always knows. What's up, Sandy Rage? Welcome to the YouTube stream. Do 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 do. Bro, oh wait, she couldn't beast me. I couldn't get beasted this time. If they move the vision middle, They have... I mean, we just died again to Arsham cringe. Oh, I hate it here, man. I hate it here. I didn't know the ladder turned into a bunch of glue eaters again. I hate to see it. Good old Arsham. I mean, I could just pop out the hard counter deck, but I wanted to play this. I did want to play this. I love eating glue. What's your favorite flavor? Everyone has a favorite flavor. Bro, another one? I'm actually gonna lose my mind. Come on, man. This is getting ridiculous. You wouldn't know it. It's from Argentina. Exotic glue. Figuring out the bot might be more difficult than getting into the game. I think that woefully underestimates the difficulty of getting into Marvel Snap as a new player. Look, surely one of these Arsham players is going to draw bad, and then we're going to get a beautiful cube. Spyro rant coming up? Yep. I'm seeing what pushed him over the edge. Yeah, nobody needs to actually put good cards in their deck anymore. You just play Arsham, and then you play the card Loki, or you just get lucky, and then, like, you profit. That's the real way to play Marvel Snap. Bruh, come on, dude. I generated a Red Hulk and I played it 2 turns early because energy cheating is skill, baby. I'm very over Arsham. I was over Arsham like 2 days in. I hate him so much. The best card they could have ever made for dealing with the poor collection system in the game, and the worst card they could have ever made for dealing with having like a positive experience for your gameplay. The duality of man. I'm just dead, aren't I? Probably. Probably. I hate it more than you. Is that a challenge? This is such, like, unbelievable horseshit. Good lord. I could yoink them into the middle and then lose the middle. You can play this here. We're having a hate off, yeah. Good, Anakin. Let the hate flow through you. Tweet incoming, yeah. Alright, look, it's fine. It's fine. This is a content stay. If I lose, then, you know, it's the game's fault and chat can laugh at my expense.
We are the future.
Oh. I cordially invite you to suck at Arsham. Let's go. Easiest 2 cubes of our life. What a surprise after so many days. I can't tell if that's in reference to a million Arsham players or a reference to this being the first YouTube stream I've done in, I don't know, like 6 months. Yeah, Arsham is certainly something. It's certainly something. Oh, it's another one. I really should just switch to a hard counter. I want to do everything in my power to make these people as miserable as possible playing this deck. If that's all people are gonna play, it's because all the good people I normally play against. Well, I saw a few of them, but I think they're either asleep or not playing this location. What is this sorcery? I'm on Twitch. I'm dual streaming after 6 months. Yeah. Well, the big news is I can now more easily stream to YouTube than I could before. So expect more YouTube streams. Pog. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, they made this plugin for audio splitting that's really cool, which makes it, which kind of gets rid of one of the big drawbacks for me with streaming on YouTube. So I'm pretty stoked about that. See, like against a normal deck, I'd be like, oh, I can just snap here and we're chilling. Can't do that against Arsham very easily. And it is so dumb. Alright. I need Prio. I mean, I guess I have Prio, so I can just rip the Alioth here.
We are the future.
Bro, no, this is bad. Like, this is so freaking stupid, man. Oh, they're gonna win because of this dumbass Sunspot. Oh, I hate it. We could go with this. There's Shang. US agent. I lose tie breaks. Cool. Just generate the, only 2-drop in the game that wins you this lane against Cersei. Arsham's good. Balanced. Skillful. Fun. Well, I have some words about that big piece of celestial garbage. That is for sure. Cue the counter. If we get another one, I'll cue the counter. We did get another one. All right. We're queuing the counter after this. I want to bully all these fucking imbeciles who have figured out with their big brain that having 6 extra energy and random things you can't play around is pretty good for farming wins while not exercising much skill. How do they do it? How do they figure these things out? Also, I love seeing all the Cassandra Novas in Arsham. Like, the absolute disrespect for the Loki matchup. Because, again, yeah, like, why think when you're playing an Arsham deck? Yeah, this was the very smart card they printed to try and give you a hard counter to the new busted card, but it's not even good enough. Because why would the counter be good enough, even when it's incredibly pushed? Second dinner, never cook again on God, yeah. Let them cook, they burn down the kitchen and the rest of the building. Donut, thanks for the follow. All right, all right. Are we finally catching a break? I actually should have played Nico second here because I might transform that lane. Ah, suck it and see. Arsham Gamer. All that work for one cube. Because, God forbid, they make it even semi-reasonable to snap into RNG nonsense. Alright. I want to make every Arsham player hate their existence. So let's see what we can do to accomplish that. What if they just print a Mobius for energy cheat? They basically said they're gonna do that. Just, we don't know when. Alright. What is the most fun way to make Arsham depressed? We start out with Cassandra. Yeah, in 6 months, energy cheat will be power crept out, surely. What is the auto Cassandra deck? I bet it is Arsham. Oh no, it's just this Sandman version. I mean, this probably isn't bad against them, but I wouldn't call it a hard counter. Yeah, just play Arsham but draw better. The full counter decks can work, but like for a quote-unquote hard counter, it's not like an absurdly favored matchup in my experience. It's just like, yeah, you have a better chance to win than to lose, but it's nothing crazy. I just hate that this is what the game comes to. It's like terrible design. It's fine. Surely it gets nerfed tomorrow. Surely. They add Momoko Daredevil? I'm pretty sure they did. I don't have it, but I'm pretty sure that one got added. Yeah, I could do Patriot with Cassandra Absorbing Man. That's another way to go versus it. Like, I don't have to do Darkhawk. But I also don't mind an excuse to play this Mystique. I miss my Mystique. We'll put in Mr. Rockslide. We'll put in an Iron Man. Mystique Cosmo, that could be pretty sweet. Cosmo does get him pretty often. We'll keep it Cosmo. Moko and Rian still the GOAT, always have been. Look at this beautiful Mystique split. Heckin' love it. We will put in, what's it called? Ravona. Alright, what cards am I missing from this? I mean, I guess we just jam the Kitty Dina stuff in. Call it a day. Kitty. Dina. Angela. Sage. I'm not sure if we actually want Sage if we're running Cosmo. Copycat could be it. Copycat could work. What does Auto Deck Builder say? Auto Deck Builder says Copycat. How do you even spell Arsham? I always spell it wrong. Arsham. Uck Farsham. Doesn't have the same ring to it as Luck Foki, but close enough, right? Yeah, Jug is good right now. I think Cosmo just fills a similar role, but yeah. If there's Flood around, Jug definitely gets worse. This should do it. This should make all the Arsham players sad. I wanted to play something a little bit more different and fun, but Arsham players said no. No fun for you. I'm only allowed to have all the fun. Because random is fun, and I love it because it's random, not because it wins games it has no business winning. Through RNG and skill. Okay, look, we got one. Wait, I ordered this wrong, right? I should court first. Do 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 do.
I found a rock.
Oh, bro, you are shitting me. Now I can't protect it? Oh my god, dude. Good lord. I can't even protect it now. How am I feeling about the Wiccan purchase? I've liked it. It's been fun. Unfortunately, I think it's not as good when you're running into 80 Arsham players in a row like I am right now. But I do not regret it so far. Oh, nice. Arsham Point, baby. Arsham Point.
systems go.
Okay, wait. Is there any world I lose here? 39 plus 15. I could lose to a random Iron Man. Right? I could play it here, but then I lose to a random, or not even random, then I lose to just Goliath. I think that's literally the only card, so...
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Yeah, the bounce version has been pretty popular. But I haven't seen too much of it. Magneto. Would Magneto have beaten me? I guess Magneto could have beaten me, right? If they Magneto right. They would need to get lucky and pull the right thing, though. And so what? They would have had 6, 7, 8 more. So they would have had 24, and I would have had 25. No, Magneto wouldn't have beat me, actually. It's like, I don't particularly want to play this deck. Like, I don't mind this deck, but it's not really like the thing I would choose to play. But when everyone and their mother is playing the Arsham deck, well, what are you going to do? But do everything you can to curb stomp them into the ground. Just bounty farm. But I need my juicy snap points. I also did just want to play the hot location today because I think this hot location is actually kind of a cool one. Gnomes on the werewolf bounce. That deck is really, really good, by the way.
Hey man, I'm cool.
If you're looking for a good deck, werewolf bounce is pretty sick. Love you crying. He does run Shadow King, so we'll have to keep that in mind with this Thena. We could, so we can Cosmo on the final turn. We'll just do this. Next turn we go Iron Man. Yeah, this looks good, I think. I snap him here. The big thing is I need Prio for this Cosmo to work. I could also play the Cosmo now. I don't think I can afford to do that, though. I think I have to do this. I'm just not going to snap. Oh, I forgot. Thena doesn't pump with Dark Dimension. This sucks. DJ sounds like GTA radio. Kinda, yeah. Do, do, do. He's squatching me. Damn. That lame Thena interaction killed me.
I am Iron Man.
Close game. I think it's so dumb it doesn't count the Dark Dimension cards. For a game that prides itself on, oh no, we're always trying to do things to make things more intuitive, I think that is incredibly unintuitive. Especially since Thena even lights up when you still play the cards there before like the turn resolves. As is tradition, though, we switch to the counter deck and all the Arsham conveniently disappear. Do 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 do. That's matchmaking, baby. Do 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 do. I have no idea what they're playing, but this seems like way too good of an opportunity to not take advantage of it. Just Darkhawk Mystique. Ba-ba-da. Ajax. Do do do. Yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Gwen Hazmat. Alright, they blew their load here. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Surely it's fine. They drew rocks, surely. Might not even win the right. They had just a lot of power. Oh. Shauna, no! Oh wait. No, we're good, we're good, we're good. By the skin of our freaking teeth, holy. What are they cooking? That is an interesting version. I haven't seen Shauna. I guess they're running Shauna so they can run Mockingbird. So they have Mockingbird, Sass. That just seems like that deck's trying to do a lot of different things. They're trying to do the Scar plan, but the Ajax plan too. I mean, kind of neat idea. But do. Oh, I'm actually doing an alliance quest right now, aren't I? Athena, Angela. So I'm working on a video about alliances. I recorded the audio for it the other day. What do you guys think about like alliances currently? I feel like it's the first feature in a while where it launched and it was pretty universally praised. But I think there are some very obvious things that could be done to make it a much better experience. Mainly, like, improving the bounties a bit. Like, please, for the love of God, get rid of these. They're so bad. They're so annoying and worth so few points. Make the legendary ones, like, actually feel more worth doing. Increasing the rewards would be nice, but they might do that. Because they said they want to change these fairly regularly, but they haven't yet. And I don't know if that's, like, a technical limitation and they're waiting for a patch or what. I really would like the cubes to matter more. I feel like your cubes, you can play the game a lot and get a lot of cubes, and it is so small what you get compared to the bounties. And like, it's okay for bounties to give the most. I think that makes sense, but the ratio is really bad. Like 2 points a cube is like way too small. Yeah, look at that. We got some cool people here. I feel like the time requirement to get 4K per person or 120K per alliance is a bit much. I agree. We have not hit this yet. We've been about 10K short each time. Maybe we'll hit it this week, but I think this is just a little bit too much. And that's for a full alliance. I think there should also be scaling. I think if you are in a smaller alliance, I do not think the numbers should be so big. And then they can make a bigger alliance with a bigger number, too. So yeah, those are some alliance thoughts. I do think the current system is starting to burn people out a bit. And I hope they find ways to improve it. Because I think alliances launched very positively, and it would be a shame to see like people kind of get bored of it and write it off. Do 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 do. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. It's so funny how we have faced what, like one Arsham since we switched to this deck. Classic. Do, 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 do. A respectable move gamer? What year is it? Do 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 do. It's law. Once you change strategies, you don't see it anymore. Yep. I don't make the rules. That's just how card games work. It's true. Could be PF. It could be PF. Could be PF. Alright, I don't think it's PF. Alright, have a good night, Tom. Thanks for hanging out. We will... Vulture, Iron Fist.
Hey, I found a rock.
All right, Joffrey, you're the move guy. How do I like not get destroyed here? What's the best way to allocate my power? I think it's just this into Hawk. Fortunately, these locations were not good for them.
Iron Man.
Oh, good God. She's going to the moon. She's going to the fucking moon. Houston, Dagger has liftoff. Alright, well, whatever they move is going to get bonked, right? So isn't it just... Isn't it this? They have Heim, so I lose. But wait. They don't have space for Heim to be effective, right? Heimdall mid. But if they Heimdall mid, they get the Vibranium, don't they? That was the first card they played here, wasn't it? It pulls Vulture. Ah. So... fuck it. Math is for blockers. This is the most power I can put out in the middle. I think they only have 2 cards, so they can't even... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I fucked up. I forgot I have priority and it pulls my Athena. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, I lose. Just barely. I forgot. I should have just played the freaking Darkhawk. If I played the Darkhawk, I win. I was playing Athena because it was technically, what, 1 more point of power, 2 more points of power. That's alright. You can't be mad losing to Pool 2 move, Giga Chad. Not technically Pool 2, but we'll still give it to him. I forgot I was gonna get yeeted by the thing. Never take the move bait. Yeah, we played ourselves there. Tried to warn me. Not fast enough, though. The stream delay didn't allow it, but I do appreciate the attempt. Oh. Alright, we have a Quicksilver gamer. Into Zabu, into Wiccan. Concerning. Oh, Copycat getting Gwenpool was very nice. I'm a dad and 30 years old now, so not as quick as I once was. That's okay. It's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. Gamora. Grapple hook. Good effort. Not quite good enough, though.
Victory.
Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. Uh, 20 or more, 10 or less. Let's do this one. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. He's Korg. He's Surfer.
I'm cool.
Surfer's probably not great for this deck if they draw well. However, we do have Onslaught's Citadel, so I take it back. I mean, Iron Man makes this hand real good, but we need like something to help proc this Thena. So I don't think I'm just gonna snap on this, even though I'd really like to. Alright, I'll snap on this.
Victory.
Definitely risky with White Hot Room, but Citadel and having our good ongoings. Do, 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 do. I think this deck kind of likes the hot location because getting that extra like vibranium to like help weave in for Athena sometimes isn't bad. We are a little weaker to Clog because we aren't running any move cards. Kitty's really our only anti-Clog thing. I guess Cosmo too. We don't want to burn a card from them because we want them to have many cards in their deck. Tyrant Star usually plays Bounce. Do 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 do. It feels like I only go backwards. Do 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 do. Good dog. Got that dog in him. We need our ongoing cards. Feels like I only go backwards. Let's go ahead. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get the thing we need. I mean, Iron Man off the top or Darkhawk off the top could close it. 50% chance to get one of them. They only have 3 cards. Nico, transform the location. That's annoying. Although now they have to leave the wolf there if they want to win that lane. Copycat hitting Ajax is actually so incredibly pog. $75% apparently. Boomer snap it. Should we boomer snap it? How do we lose here? They have 3 cards. I think we'll boomer snap it. Greed! Greed is good. Trust the greed. Feel it flow through you. Oh, Hazmat? Oh. Thank you. Do you think they had a fun and engaging experience playing against Copycat there? Why would they stay? Because that's your brain on bounce, kids. That is such a terrible stay. I think, like, yeah, there's no... The only reason they stay there is they're assuming I have, like... No, I didn't draw, like, one of my big cards, basically. Which, I guess, like, Iron Man would have lost me the game. Darkhawk would have won me the game. Kitty Pryde would have lost me the game mid. So, like... It really was just Darkhawk or this Copycat bailing us out. I agree, though, that is not... But yeah, if I had... Maybe they messed up the Prio. Maybe they thought I had Prio, and they thought they were going to get the Shang. I've been there before. I've done that. That's really the only logical reason I think you'd stay if those... Because those were all their cards, by the way. They had no cards left in hand. Do 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 do. 491 collection level. Can we crush the Pool 2 gamer? Can we bully them? They might actually bully us with the raft. 491 collection level, competitive game. Yeah, it's very fair they're facing someone who's top 150, right? That's fair and good matchmaking. We could actually lose this, though, because there's Zoo. Honestly, I don't even get mad if I lose to a Pool 2 gamer. Good for them. What did this take? It's Chavez. I guess I should do this then. No, I'll put the rocks in. See, look at that. They're gaming. This is why I didn't insta-snap them. Look with the Ebony Maw, dude. It's crazy. Little bro has a casual 17 power mid before any buff cards. Yeah, we actually legit might just die on tempo here. They floated, they got the Infinite. Oh god. Oh god. You're just rooting for him because he has the Blue Marvel avatar. So adds 1 and then 3. And then might pump it further. Because we might need the extra pump if they play like Khazar, Blue Marvel, which honestly, what else would they play? Chat, we died. No Infinite. Yeah, why did they why did they skip? I don't understand. But we still died. Unlucky. Remember, chat, no matter how hard you pay to win, you can still lose to the iconic below 500 collection level Pool 2 gamer if things go their way. That is the beauty of Marvel Snap. That makes it balanced, right? Surely. Surely that balances out other players having better cards. Because you can lose. Yeah, exactly. This guy gets it. Safety gets it. Wow, the video background really does look similar to the loading screen. I might experiment with different video backgrounds, but this is just the first one I found that I thought looked good. Trying to upgrade the stream quality, you know. I also have a new mic I want to set up, but I'm waiting for my mic arm to get here. Literally, all the Arsham gamers went to fucking sleep, man. I know the second I switch off this, they're gonna come right back. As is tradition.
Hey, you found a rook.
Yeah. Only thing missing is Thanos' throne. Do 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 do.
Victory.
Boom boom boom. I mean, we're climbing. I mean, this deck is doing well, right? Show me the stats, Mr. Untapped. 6 and 3. We went 2 and 8 with the Pixie deck, minus 13 cubes. Jesus Christ. It was doing well for me last night too, but I wasn't queuing into Arsham last night. Quicksilver Gaming. Mirage, we give them a gift of a Korg. This way they can't double Wiccan me. What is this again? Cable? Sweet disaster. Cosmo's been really nice. Big Cosmo fan.
Iron Man.
Hashtag keep it Cosmo.
Iron Man.
Is it better to just do this? Because it gives them the chance of drawing a rock. What are my draws here that I could want to play next turn? Pretty much nothing except Mystique if I hawk this turn, so this is better. Just lost with a turn 1 Wiccan. Sounds like a skill issue. Bruh, why is the dino so large? Am I gonna die here, chat? Surely not. Surely not. We never lose to the Quicksilver deck. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Cersei, Loki. All right, it's okay. We gamed him. We hit him with the pro gamer move. Back to 8,400. Let's go. This deck is unpumping me. Do 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 do. It's Gnome, Mr. Gnome.
Hey man, I'm Cook.
Oh, I still have to do my OTA stuff for tomorrow before bed. Might actually go to sleep at a reasonable time tonight, though, so I've got that going for me. Rude. That's bad. I stole a rock. Do 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 do. Does he run Shang? I'm actually gonna go check Twitter. No Shang in his list. At least as of a few days ago. He runs Shang now, I think. I feel like he would have snapped me. He has the Shang. He has it, though. It's a fool's errand to stay against bounce in this position, but whatever. we've had some gains. We can afford a little bit of pumping. Widow, Rocket, Squatch, Sage. Ooh, Jesus, Jesus. GG. Could I have played anything left to win? Nope, I could not. I could not, unfortunately. That hood is really what screwed me. Only 6 points. The bounce was just really good. My brain is a little bit too smooth for it right now. I have a rule where I do not play decks that require a large amounts of thinking after like 2 to 3 hours of streaming. I think it goes better for everybody that way. Except for hopefully my opponents. Hopefully it goes worse for them. Might just be able to snap off this, but let's see what they have. I mean, draw 2 sucks, but Subterranea helps us out. Safety Blade's favorite location, by the way, for those who don't know. I really dislike that. I strongly dislike Avengers Compound here. That screws up my plan. I mean, I'll chill and just do this. Wonder what they're snapping on, though. They must have got some good stuff. I'm guessing they're a Wiccan deck, so that's probably what they're snapping on.
Hey, you found a rook.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I am Iron Man.
He is Iron Man, don't forget it. Marvel Boy deck? Sure. Poggies? I snap back? I mean, probably not. I don't think, but... I'm playing the, whoa, what the hell? Oh, they're gonna...
Iron Man.
They're gonna Infinite She-Hulk me? Shit, man. Shit, shit, shit. I'm gonna get Flat Earth. Who put this out there? why is this something I'm facing? Surely one of them goes left. Surely they respect the weaker Iron Man lane, or the higher Iron Man lane. Oh, fuck my ass. I mean, it was so incredibly telegraphed, but... Marvel Boy won them that game, though. 100%. The fucking 3-power squirrel I couldn't beat. I mean, what else won them that game was the fact that I drew 2 fucking rocks, and they apparently drew no rocks. Flat Earthers rise up! Do 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 do. What's this? They're actually putting good cards together? Feels weird, man. Do, 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 do. I'm actually really surprised how well the, like, pseudo green screen filter works. I think it actually looks pretty good for someone who does not have a green screen setup.
Hey man, I'm Cook.
He is Korg. It's Korgan time. Oh, it's Cassandra? Fuck me. That's annoying. Bro, fuck off. So rude. Damn, I think I lose. This copycat high rolled me. Unfortunate. This card should not be a 3/5, by the way. I will not be surprised if we see them start pulling back and being like, well, you know, maybe we actually shouldn't have really pushed effects on 3/5s. Or they could go the other end of the spectrum and be like, all right, well, let's just bump up the stats for some other cards on the curve to compete with these 3/5s. Do.
I found a rock.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. They haven't played any cards yet. I don't know what they're playing. Do this to play around some Clog. Thena. It's a nice Thena. Copycat stole a rock. Do 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 do. Bro, are you serious? Why? Like, have we reached the level of inbred where people are just putting Killmonger in their Kitty Pryde decks? Is that the amount of inbreeding that is going on? Sure seems like it. Do 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 do. Sentinel? Bro, what the fuck is happening? What world are we existing in? Bro, Flat Earth Society, come get your boy. Rewarded for playing some of the most random fucking cards possible, but they get paid off for it. Genius, brother. Genius. Don't even snap on their 5-head terrible tech choice that wins them the game. You can call Sentinel bad, but you can't deny the value, yeah. Look at all those inks off of one Sentinel. That is absolute fucking horseshit, though. Killmonger and Enchantress. Tell me you're butthurt about losing to ongoing decks without telling me. Alright, we found the Arsham one trick after like 80 games. Do 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 do. Oh, fuck that. Oh, yep, of course they get Loki, as is tradition. Good thing is, just do this. Hands on the wheel. Pull their card, pull their card. Oh, pulled my card.
Opponent snapped.
My brother in Christ, what dumb shit are you snapping on? Probably Shang or Shadow King, because they're a skillful, brain-dead idiot. Or Gwenpool hit an Iron Man or something.
I found the rock.
No, they just get only good Arsham cards. Created by Arsham. Snap. Yeppers. Well, unfortunately, I think we died, chat. We died to this absolute glue injector. Because, look, they just created good cards by Arsham. And they played Loki. And they did the thing that requires you just smashing your face into your phone screen. Winning the game. Glenn Jones is truly a genius for creating such a fun and interesting card. Where you can play every hard counter imaginable and still lose the game a lot of the time. He should get an award for such a genius design. The only way the design could be better is if they just locked every Arsham player in a room with each other until they all lost their minds playing this dogshit Tavern Brawl game mode. It's the only way it could get better. Never been a better time for glue eaters to play Marvel Snap. Not even the Shuri days. Arsham's random cards are a downside, remember? Yeah. He creates fun and varied experiences, guys. Come on. He's not OP. The stats say he's only like 52% win rate. Let's just ignore the fact that he's, you know, by far the most popular deck in the game and naturally dragging down his own win rate because of that, because of, you know, mirror matches. But let's just ignore that a very convenient fact. Because facts don't care about your feelings in Marvel Snap. Someone said only 50% of the ladder. Yeah, come on, guys. Only 50%. Now it's only 25%. How could anyone complain? I just can't wait for all the tiers when it finally gets nerfed. I'm gonna fucking swim in them.
Found a rook.
Actually gonna swim in all the tiers of the pathetic Arsham players. And it will be great. It will be glorious. Damn. I was hoping to take Prio, but I did not. Unlucky. We want the funk. Skill Chi. Okay, well, I guess I die. Unfortunate. Yeah, no, go fuck yourself, bud. Go fuck yourself. You can take that fist and, well, shove it somewhere else. Oh, we got the pool 2 zoo player again. Are we gonna lose again to them getting the good locations and us drawing poorly? So far, so good though.
Taking aim.
Oh, we gotta do something very stupid. Do.
Opponent snapped.
I am confused. Is one of their first pool 3 cards Shadow King? Hey, Blue. I am so confused. I'm so confused, man. Because I'm doing me better than you doing you. Thick ID. Okay.
I am Iron Man.
Behold my
All right. Thanks for the 8, friend. Redeemed.
victory.
Though, to be fair, when I was a collection level 400 player, I would have stayed. I didn't give a shit. God, we had a bad spell there. We really, like, backslid, so the 8 was nice. I guess we had a bunch of bad games in a row. Feels bad, man. God, is it OTA time yet? Please. Please. I'm positive cubes after that, but it flipped to negative win rate. I'll hold this because I can play it with Athena. OTA, yeah. OTA time. Can't come soon enough. Surely it fixes everything and throws Arsham into the trash, and the OTA will also just give everyone a $1,000 stimulus. It'll be great. Like, the OTA will do everything. It'll solve all of the world's problems. Fuck. This blows.
I found the rock.
What are they playing? No, I'm not interested. I'm not interested, dude. You got the... like, I'm not GGing that dude. Come on. The skillful Death's Domain to make a non-game, very fun game of Marvel Snap right there. Love locations that prevent you from playing the game. They're very fun and interesting. What do I hope the OTA is? I hope the OTA puts 24 cards in Arsham deck. So all the Arsham players can really have the fun that they want to have with the true random cards that they claim to enjoy so much. But yeah, there's not really much I am hoping for aside from them just murdering Arsham, which they probably won't do, but that's what I would do. Because Arsham is cringe. And if they want that card to exist, at the very least, it should not be a top meta player. They'll get there eventually, though. It's just going to take them fucking forever because they like their temporary play environments. But they'll eventually figure it out. Buff would I like to see? Buff Arrow. Buff Arrow, please. The base Forgotten Queen. Yeah, I'm a simple man. I just want arrow buffs. So I just need Prio here if I can snag it, because then I should just win with leader. So we just yam this out. Sandman snap. I mean, I think I'm fine. Yeah. Okay, I don't have Prio. Wait, no, I just die, huh? I die to the Flat Earth Sandman deck? Feels bad, man. We know they have leader. If they play leader and I play leader, do I profit out of this interaction? I think I do, right? Because they get 1 and I get 2. Is that enough to win the game? So they go up 6, I go up 9. 6 gets them to 13, 9 gets me to 14. Big brain, baby. Whose brain is bigger? I should have snapped back, honestly. I did get fucked if they played leader somewhere else, but there's no way they play leader somewhere else. Losing to your own cards, super fun. I'm sure they had a very enjoyable experience that game. But that's okay, because we had enough enjoyment for the both of us. Sometimes you just gotta hog the enjoyment. That's what Marvel Snap is all about. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I am trying to work on being less salty from the game, but Arsham's just the new Loki for me. I'd rather play against fucking Loki than Arsham. Unfortunately, with Arsham, you get the joy of playing against both those cards at once. Alright, well, taking their Enchantress is good. Of course, that's the card I play, you see. Yeah, just play their deck better and play with more energy. It's very fair and intelligent. Is this destroy with Enchantress? What is wrong with you? Who hurt you? Why? Why? Heard a creator call Arrow offensive to play. That's interesting. Was that back when she was good? Because it's been a while. Was he talking to a few weeks ago? That's insane. That's I wish Arrow is half the card they apparently think she is. Do 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 do. This could be a snap. We just have to play this copycat so we don't die. To be fair, I was running Destroy with Enchantress to make Zoo players cry and kill the Kyera. Maybe that's why they're running it. That's an at least reasonable justification.
I am Iron Man.
I mean, we might just still die here, unfortunately. Deadpool did the big Deadpool thing. And I have to play the copycat so they don't get the Enchantress back. It was the day Marvel Boy came out, and I'm not proud of it. It's okay. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I'm just hoping I get their null.
I am Iron Man.
Brother, this is the garbage you had in your hand? Hello? Alright, wait, what the fuck did I give them? I gave them a Cosmo? I gave them a Korg? Alright, pop quiz time. Who remembers what cards I gave them? It would lose 4, so I could go boom. Cosmo, Kitty, yeah, definitely those two. I think they're just going to go all in here, so I'm just going to change that and try and win this, because they'll lose 4, and I'll go up 8. So they go down to 15, I go up to 20. Cosmo, Angela, it was Angela. Alright, we win this, right? I think. We do win this. Cool.
Victory.
Bum bum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Another Enchantress theft. This one's probably random. Arsham Gamer spotted. I've got the cringe in my sights. Turn 1 Scorpion. Pretty good. Sandra, pretty good. We just need Darkhawk. Do 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 do. It's a good day for Viper. It sure is. Mr. Fantastic buff soon? No, you gotta wait for the movie.
Oh, snap. Victory.
Arsham Point of Shame. Who knew all it took to attempt to balance this blatantly overpowered dogshit card is a 321? They should print more 321s. And the 321 isn't even keeping it in check. It's so fucking gross, man. It's so fucking gross. Hey, the pyramid. 540 is good too, yeah. Not as good as 321, but next best thing. Well, stealing Sage is kind of poggers. This hand is a little slow, but it's probably fine. Actually, we can just park Mystique. The me she'd say. What's this again? Sage. Okay. So we'll go. We'll respond in kind. Oh, this won't pump the Thena, but I can live with not pumping Thena this turn, I guess. So we'll do this, and then I'll go Copycat, Rock Slide. I guess this opens me up to getting Shanged, but I think I have to do this. Plays around Clog. Man Thing. I showed you my Man Thing, please respond. Oh, fuck me. Guess I die. Rock. Oh, I didn't die? That's insane. Oh, they put out 7 power to our 8. Here. Had me sweating. I mean, I can't disparage a Man Thing enjoyer. Alright, we're back in the green. Fighting for our life out here. Yeah, not great, but could be worse. Hopefully they didn't get anything good. Gnome with the raid. What's up, Gnome? GG's tonight. How did the bounce go for you? We were doing cool stuff, and then Arsham made me go a little bit insane, so I switched to the anti-Arsham deck, and I've only faced a handful of them since. Gotta love it. You guys should check out Gnome, though, if you don't know Gnome. Very good player. Bounce was good? Nice. Yeah, I kind of want to play your deck, but I have a rule where, like, if I'm like 2 or 3 hours into stream, big brain decks are off the table. I am indeed sick of Arsham. Thanks for the follows, everybody. Has Gnome for his Deadpool Star-Lord Nick Fury deck. Those are words that do not belong in a sentence together. Okay, so we both Cassandra Nova with each other's decks. That's kind of funny. He's gonna try and get everyone to play it. I mean, I respect the noble effort of doing so. What am I doing here? Guess I'm doing this. They could have Clog cards, so I guess I do this. It's safer. Hazmat? Well, friend, I have news for you. I have some news for Hazmat. We should probably snap this, I would think. The only thing I'm concerned about is if we get Prio, we can only Shang one of the things, right? Oh, and we have Dagger. Oh, I have to do it, right? I have to do it, chat. Snap or no balls. Snap back or no balls, right? Like, what's the worst they could have here? I think I put this here in case they got an acid arrow. And then we go like Mystique, Dagger, Iron Fist. I don't run a Shang, so they can't get a Shang from my deck. Negasonic, bro. If they found space for Negasonic in this list, good on them. They did acid arrow me, but not where I was thinking they would. Okay, boom, boom. Who's ready to get clowned for 8?
I am.
Iron Man copycat. You died. They took a one-way ticket to the Death Express. Good effort, though. I guess this so Snapback was the copycat Iron Man. It was close. We needed that win pretty bad, though. Because I've just been bobbing up and down. So, Big 8 is nice to see. Slowly crawling our way back into the top 100. Deck's been good, though. I mean, I think everyone knows this deck is good by now. So, Gnome Enjoyers, what are you hoping for in the OTA? You got any secret hopes and dreams? We were talking about that earlier. My only hope is that Arsham gets sent to the trash can. Yeah, taking Arsham out back. A Tuma buff. That'd be fun. Yeah, the only cards I really want to see just absolutely hit with the hammer are Loki and Arsham. I think there is, like, no chance of Loki getting hit this week, but maybe I'm wrong. So, their turn 1 snapping on White Hot Room. I don't really love this hand with that, so I'm just going to let them have their one. I don't know what they're playing, but my hand's a little slow. Yep. Alright, bud. I'm going to pay you 1 cube to fuck off. Don't choke on it. Maybe Sandman, just because I don't find it fun. The tricky thing with Sandman is, like, it's a very polarizing card that is unfun for a bunch of decks. But it's also, like, the only disruptive 5-drop left, keeping the spam cards stuff in check. And keeping it in check is honestly a stretch. Like, you can still win with some of those decks if you expect the Sandman. So I'm a little torn on that one. I hope if they did nerf Sandman, they just don't, like, leech it, you know?
Found the rock.
They should allow Arsham to generate cards that don't exist. Incredibly based. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's kind of how I feel. Like, Sandman is good, but it's not like, oh, I played Sandman, so I auto-win. Like, good players can and do play around it. That's one of the reasons you run Sasquatch, right? Is because I imagine it really helps that matchup. Yeah, I could definitely see it. Oh, man, I want to snap them so bad. But our follow-up is so weak. So I can't. Yeah, classic Iron Man, bounce fast. What do you think of Arsham getting +1 for each card and play a Din Star in your deck? Maybe not a 7/7, but didn't think of a good stat line. I mean, like, they could do that after they, like, nerf it, maybe. I wouldn't want to do any change that remotely buffs that card until some more bad things have happened to it first. I hate it. And it's such a, like, the funny thing about Arsham to me is there's, like, it is simultaneously, like, the card I currently hate the most in the game in terms of, like, play experience. But I think it's also probably the best card they've ever made in terms of getting around their bogus collection system that they love having in this game. So I feel so torn about it. Because I hate the gameplay experience it promotes, but I think, like, it's also the best thing ever for people who are new or coming back to the game. They just need to make it not as ridiculously competitive as it is, and then it's probably fine, but it's just way too good right now. Way too good right now. I don't even really want to play this Sandman, truthfully, but, like, what else am I doing? I think we just rip it and we hope we draw something good. Oh, I used to play Hearthstone quite a bit. I was a Hearthstone content creator. I played the dead mode no one else played, Mercenaries. That's where it all began for me. We beat leader right. Do we die to Doom? Doom wins them right. It ties middle. It gets them to 18 on the left. I think I'm gonna choose to play around leader. Because this deck kind of screams leader to me. If I want to play around them just slamming a big idiot, I slam this here. I guess this plays around leader too, doesn't it? Because then they go up 3 and then we still win. So this is better. This is better.
I am Iron Man.
Jeffrey. This is Jeff. Alright, thanks, Gnome. Have a good night. Two Wiccans OP. Oh yeah, they White Palace their own Wiccan back from my hand. That's funny. Yeah, it has been a long time. I was like one of the few people who did Mercenaries content. That's what got me into content creation. And we had a pretty cool little community for that. A lot of the Mercenaries people moved over to Snap too when that died, which was cool. Whizbang style card would be cool for Snap. That would be cool. I feel like Arsham's probably the closest we're gonna get to something like that, but you never know. I'm surprised there haven't been a ton of junk decks with this hot location. I kind of wanted to play something that leaned into it a bit more, but I was getting very frustrated running into legitimately, like, I think for a good 30 minutes there, it was like 90% Arsham, and I wanted to bash my head into a wall. And then as soon as I switch to this deck, they all conveniently disappear. But I know as soon as I switch off it, they'll all come back. Is Wiccan skippable? I think for most people, Wiccan is skippable. But if you're curious about where he is good, and whether or not those decks interest you. I have a video up about it on YouTube talking about it. Do 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 do. Alone in LA. I think he's not nearly as bad as many people, myself included, thought he would be, but he is also not a must-buy card. Yeah, I've heard there's a bounce one going around that has seemed good. I haven't seen that one myself yet. The ones that I saw that I really liked were KM's Loki and Ika's Pixie. Those are the ones I really enjoyed. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm a Bloons TD6 main. I always loved the Bloons games. I've heard good things about TD6. I have it downloaded. Never played it though. I played like the old ones. No more Arsham for me. Just wait for the Bloons crossover month. Never played any of them. They're so fun. They are incredibly fun. I love the Bloons games. I think I played TD4 back. I miss tower defense games. I was a huge tower defense gamer. I loved those games. It was just my jam. I'm like confused and concerned and have no idea what they're doing. Rapture. Do 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 do. It's monkeys versus balloons. Everything makes sense and is predictable. Yeah, so like tower defense.
Hey man, I'm Cook.
There's this one tower defense game I really loved as a kid. I wonder if anyone's familiar with it. I mean, I guess I play Thena instead of Kitty in case there's a Killmonger lurking. This looks like a weird... Well, no, they're running Kitty. There's no way, right? Wouldn't be the first time we saw something like that, though. I wish I could go... this, but I don't think 8 is going to be enough to win this lane. Or no, it's not even 8, it's 6. They left. I wonder if anyone played this game years and years ago. Does this look familiar to anyone? Does anyone remember this game? Field Runners? It was like an iOS game. You played this one? I loved this game. I was obsessed with this game. It was just a really... It was one of the early like App Store days games on iPhone. It was just a really fun tower defense game where you set up like turrets and other stuff and they tried to run to the end and you had to stop them. It was really fun. That and Plants vs. Zombies are the big ones for me in terms of tower defense. It is such a damn shame the Plants vs. Zombies series got like murdered by EA. Kingdom Rush. That sounds familiar. I love the Plants vs. Zombies series. If it's not obvious, I enjoy zombie games. Two of my favorite ones being Plants vs. Zombies and Call of Duty Zombies. I'm actually so pumped for the new COD Zombies. I probably will stream that. I love COD Zombies. That's how I originally came up with my name, was because I used to play that for hours and hours on end. I'm really happy with how the tweaks I did to the stream have come out. Like, everything is working well. The dual streaming is working well. The little tweaks I did with like the webcam in the background worked well. It's been a positive day of improvements. Surprised Balloons doesn't have a card battler yet. Yeah, Plants vs Zombies did one, and I believe it flopped pretty bad, which is a shame, but I played a very little bit of that. COD is too sweaty for me. I enjoy single player and local. Yeah, I definitely get that. As I got older, I got less interested in the multiplayer, but the cool thing about zombies in COD was it wasn't like a competitive thing. It was like a PvE thing you just did with like friends. Yeah, I agree. I think the concept they had for that game was pretty cool, but it didn't catch on. I wish Plants vs Zombies 2 and 3 were like half as cool as the original. Unfortunately, they are not. What are the odds they have Shang in this deck? It's a bounce deck, right? Like, Won't think twice. Made you wanna live this kind of life. I remember when Borderlands 1 came out. That's when this song got popular. Oh, Christ. Brother. Oh, is this the bounce Wiccan deck everyone has been talking about? Is this it? I'm not doing the math. Fuck it, we ball. Actually, is it better to just Mystique over here? Because we're down by 6 here. Well, I think they're not going to commit to this lane as much, more likely. They're going to rely on the monkey to win them left, and we're going to hope that's not enough. Fuck my cheeks, dude. I did get Wiccan, and I think Wiccan is... Oh, wait, I win. Do I have a Discord? I do. I do indeed have a Discord. I will say it's not the most active Discord, but, you know, we do chat in there from time to time. Cheeks avoided being clapped thanks to our trusty friend, The Rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson out here saving us. Also, Subterranean. We've gotten Subterranean a bunch tonight, and it's been very helpful. Alright, I mean, I climbed. I'm pleased with this. I think I'll wind down with a little just casual conquest. But in terms of Wiccan, don't think the card's a must-buy, but it's pretty fun. Better than I thought it would be. And if you want to see some of the decks I liked with it, I featured 2 of them up on my last YouTube video, which you can find at that link. So how do we do with this deck? Let's see. Snap Fan. Or not Snap Fan, Untapped. Pretty good. Pretty good. We were like bobbing up and down for a while there, but I still think this is definitely one of the ways to go if you want to dunk on Arsham. Cosmo, absolute like gangster in this deck. I like it a lot better than Jug right now because you don't have to hold it like you often have to hold Jug. Nobody really plays around Cosmo nowadays. It's just pretty good. Could be wrong, but Wiccan almost just feels like negative. I think people will start trying to make him work or stop trying to make him work after a week. Just lose 8 cubes to him occasionally. I do think there is a reasonable comparison there with Mr. Negative. I actually made the same comparison when I first talked about Wiccan. So I think that's pretty reasonable. What has surprised me is these two decks, I think, are just generally strong even if they don't Wiccan. And if they do, it's just upside. Like, this deck makes almost no concessions to running Wiccan, and it is stupid consistent at getting it out. I think the only thing I would consider maybe adjusting about this deck is you might want one more big body, but I'm not sure what I'd cut for it because you need a critical mass of 1-drops for this to work. But honestly, Loki is more of the strength of this deck than Wiccan. It's just Loki into Wiccan is incredibly messed up and does gross things. And then this Pixie deck, Wixie, it didn't do as good for me tonight, but I also low-rolled pretty hard with it, and we kept running into Arsham, which is probably this deck's worst matchup. I played it last night, though, and I quite liked it, where this one is very similar to Mr. Negative, where if you don't get your Pixie or your Wiccan, you are in for a bit of a harder time, but when you do, it's pretty cool. And then a lot of people have been talking about a bounce deck that I think we just played against, but I haven't seen as much of that one, so I can't really speak on that. Am I hearing that you enjoy playing Loki? Yeah, it's weird. When they made the new Loki change, it made me hate the card a lot less than I used to. I still don't like it as a card, but I find it more enjoyable to play now and less frustrating to play against, which is kind of ironic because I think it's actually better now. So you would think that would make me hate it more. It's a weird thing, but that's been my experience. I still think they should nerf it, and I still think they're probably going to nerf it within the next month. They're either going to axe the card draw or they're going to make it a 4-cost. I'm very confident in that prediction. Can you sub Ravona? Unfortunately, I think it's really hard to sub Ravona in this deck. She just does a lot of heavy lifting to help you get out like the Mystique Iron Man stuff and fixes your curve sometimes. If you want to try it though, just jam in a Jeff or something. Nocturne over Copycat? Yeah, that's probably fine. Copycat's definitely an easier sub here. Ravona's a little harder. I mean, the deck probably can still function. I think it'll be worse. But like it's probably still playable. Yeah, also like there's no reason the card should be a 3/5. Like they said they aimed strong with the Loki rework and like we didn't believe them at first. But yeah, they clearly did aim strong, and I think they're gonna realize that okay, yeah, we aimed a little bit too strong. We're gonna tone it down a bunch. Nocturne and Copycat nerfed to 3/4 this OTA. It would not surprise me if they eventually had the light bulb moment of, okay, maybe 3/5s are fine, but we shouldn't give cards with some of the best abilities 3/5. Like, I think you would still play a 3/4 Copycat or a 3/4 Nocturne because the effect is very strong. You'd be happier with it as a 3/5, but like, I think you'd still play it. Whereas like the other 3/5, some of the other 3/5s, there is at least a bit of risk or deck building requirement around it. Like Spider-Man, you don't know which way the Spider-Man's gonna go. Viper, you have to build your deck around like giving them garbage. Wave, your opponent gets the benefit too. Like I think 3-5 is fine for cards that have a bit of risk to them or have a effect that doesn't automatically work in every deck. Compared Loki to Crystal, I think Loki and Crystal are not comparable cards. I think that's kind of a trap. Because drawing a card from your opponent's deck and drawing a card from your deck are two very, very different things. Like, these cards are never competing for roles in a deck that wants to draw a card. Why is Deathlock not a 3-6? I don't know. One of the OG 3-5s. You want to see something cool, chat? Let me see if I can find it. I love breaking this out once every couple months. So I still have a bunch of my old decks from early on in Snap when I used to like screenshot them to put them up on the screen. And there's a favorite deck of mine that featured this card that I love looking back on. Deck images. Here it is. God, wait, before I show it, how many cards in this deck have been changed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically 7, but the 7th is a minor change. Alright, let me pull it up. I need to zoom in. Why? Also, you get a look at the old Infinity border. Bet a lot of people don't remember that. I'm going to talk about this deck, though, but first I need a quick bathroom break. And it looks like an ad's running, so timing works out there. BRB. That is almost over. Remember the pool one day is I would play Armor Deathlock because 3-5 is considered premium. Technically, it was 3-5 with the downside if you were in the early game, yeah. All right, so this is the deck. This is one of my favorite cooks from early in the game when I did not have all the cards in Series 3. Because I played in beta, but I quit when Nexus events happened. Actually going to do a video on Nexus events. Made a cool thumbnail for that. Now I just have to make the video. But yeah, this was one of my favorite decks in the early... I don't know. This was... When did they nerf some of these cards? It was like one of the first balance patches. But this was Cerebro 5 before... I don't think I've ever seen I never saw someone else play Cerebro 5 when I played this Cerebro 5 back in the day. So Sarah was 5 power, Mysterio was 5 power, Magic was really not good, but it could be kind of cute in terms of giving you an extra turn to get more of your 5 drops down, which was needed because, or 5 costs, 5 power down. Which was needed because you might notice there were not a lot of 5 power cards in the game. So we were forced to run like Doctor Doom. Nightcrawler was our one Miles Morales enabler. I would have had Polaris in here, but I did not have her. She was my second to last Pool 3 card. Polaris would have been better than Deathlock in this deck, for sure. As Miles synergy. Angela was a 2/1 +2, so you just pump her twice and get her to 5. Star-Lord was 1 with Sarah, so you could pair him with Doom. Mysterio was just a 2/5, which you couldn't get elsewhere outside of Star-Lord. Cerebro Mystique, because people did not see that coming, also gives you another good Iron Man target. So, like, the common line was, like, you're playing the Sarah on 5 into Doom and Star-Lord or Mysterio, or you could also play out, like, Cerebro, Mystique, and some of your other cheaper cards, or you go, like, an extra turn so you can get out the Iron Man, Mystique stuff. It was a sick deck. Sarah could 100% go back to a 5/5. I don't think it would matter at all. 2/5 Mysterio was indeed insane. I don't think we fully realized how insane of a card 2/5 Mysterio was, and that was before he really had any good synergy outside of Patriot. The card was nuts. The card was really, really good. But yeah, this one always gives me some nostalgia. It's probably one of my most nostalgic decks because it was, my own homebrew and it was working well for me and nobody saw it coming. And it used just a lot of cards I liked. This was back when Dr. Doom wasn't a very popular card, too. Doom was not super popular in the early days. Are there any other cool decks? Good old Deathwave. This was an early version. I loved this deck. It was so good. I miss Deathwave so much. I know a lot of people hated it. I loved Deathwave. Maybe this could be a fun little video idea, going back, and I wish I had footage from when these decks were a thing. I don't know if I do. I mean, I could go find footage of, like, the generic version of the deck, but it wouldn't be the same. I definitely could not find Cerebro 5 footage. I don't think anyone played that. I liked the old Sandman, the ongoing one. My favorite Sandman was Wave. Wave was just better Sandman for a lot of her life. Although Sandman used to be a bit more distinct, right? Because of the ongoing. I think Deathwave could come back in its full glory and be tier 2 at best. Maybe. The power level has gone up obscenely. I'm fully confident, like, Arrow could 100% come back and would be kind of mid, to be honest. I think Wave would still be busted as shit. I think Wave with the cost reduction stuff, with the fact that we now have, like, another She-Hulk-esque card in Sasquatch, Wave would probably be broken. I'm sad we didn't get more time with 2-mana Mobius into Wave. That was like a real fucked up thing to do that wasn't super popular at the time because, like, the meta made it hard to do that. Also, when we had Kitty Pryde and Wave together and you could, like, Kitty through the Wave. Yeah, like, original Deathwave like this probably wouldn't be super offensive. When you start adding in, like, a bunch of the cards that it's got since then for cost reduction, yeah, it'd probably be pretty nuts. Which is the reason they changed Wave originally. Deathwave was always a favorite of mine. I loved Deathwave. That was a big one. Any other cool ones? Oh, this was fun. No, that's not the right one. That wasn't the right one. Let's see. Strong Guy Sarah. Back when Strong Guy was 4/4. And Sarah just played these, like, above rate 3/6 and 3/7 bodies on the final turn. Deathwave carried me through early pool 3. I remember I was always so upset because I played when Wave came out, but I was a casual and I didn't buy the pass. And it took me forever to get Wave. And I loved the idea of Deathwave. And I was sad that it took so long for me to get that deck. I was basically a turbo casual in beta. I didn't have much time to play the game. I could only play it on emulator on my PC for a long time. So I was a pretty big casual. I got to like 1,000 collection level over time. I barely got up to like rank 40 or something. I was really bad at the game. And then Nexus events happened and I quit because, well, they showed a very clear picture of the way the monetization was going to go, and I was like, oh, I'm not about this. But then I came back because Snap's global launch happened like a week or two before like the imminent death of Hearthstone Mercenaries. I guess it wasn't exactly announced it was dying yet, but like the writing was on the wall, and I was like, I need a new game because like there's no future here. And I liked Snap, so, and a lot of my audience liked Snap, so it worked out. And then I high rolled and I opened Destroyer, and I got my first Infinite on the first season, which was sick because that is my favorite card back in the game. I love that card back. Any other cool ones? Oh, this one was cool. Where'd it go? Yeah, I do think Snap spoils you a bit in terms of the speed of play. Like, I have a worse attention span for longer card games now, outside of Magic. But when I play Magic, I'm playing like multiplayer Commander, so it's totally different. This beauty was C2 plus C5. Truly a remarkable feat of engineering. You could be Cerebro 2, or you could be Cerebro 5. Because Surfer buffed up your 2s, your 3-drops by 3. So they would turn into 5s. It was beautiful. Thanks for the follow. It was so funny, dude. It was so funny. Lizard could be a 2 if you played it in a full lane. This is at the point in the game where Silver Surfer and Zabu were incredibly busted, and like I was looking for any weird shit to cope with because like the game was becoming miserable. It was rough out there, man. It was rough.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Sam Isle with the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Hope you had a good stream. How was Snap treating you tonight? Welcome, welcome. We're just going... So what we're doing right now is I'm going through some of my old decks from early Marvel Snap's life. It was the old Spider-Man Zabu deck. I'm sure I have that in here. Let me look. Let's see. Trauma. Yeah. Yeah, Spider-Man Absorbing Man with Zabu. I'm just... Do I have that in here? I've got to have that in here. Thanos. Well, this isn't it, but this is a funny one. I played so Thanos was one of the pool 5s I opened. So I made a Thanos Zoo deck with Bast. Real ones remember 6-8 Thanos. We're getting all the silver tickets, wading through the Loki like everyone else. I feel that. I feel that. May his nerf be swift and just. Don't think it'll happen tomorrow, but I'm on record saying within a month, Loki is losing the card draw or going to 4 cost. It seems very unlikely to me he escapes the bat, but we'll see. Let's see. Still looking for... Oh, was this it? No, that wasn't it. Oh, wait. This isn't it, but this is another fun one. Taking trips down memory lane. This was like my early like control deck after the Mysterio nerf. This was my like I'm struggling in pool 3 and need like some kind of control deck. How many seasons have we been saying that about Loki though? On one hand, you are absolutely correct. That is true. On the other hand, I think there is something notably different happening with Loki now that wasn't happening before. Loki is really good in the hands of bad players now. That did not used to be the case. There used to be a legitimate skill diff to Loki where like the majority of the player base performed poorly with him and it kept him safe. And I just don't think that's happening anymore. The new Loki is so much easier for people to play and harder to misplay with, and in general, I think just a bit stronger because you can more realistically plan out your game plan with it, I find. So I think that is the silver bullet. Because all the other times Loki was a menace after his initial nerfs, it was really like disproportionate to the higher up people. Makes me kind of sad how cool all these decks are with the small sub packages, but now you need to be doing something broken if you don't want to get bullied out of the playground, yeah. Do kind of be like that. There were just so many less cards in the game, and the power level was so much lower. This deck did work for me, though. I think I eventually put in Leader, because Leader was the nuts. This was just like my fun little control deck before I got Sarah. Lego is my name. Thanks for the follow. Let's see, any other cool ones here? Shauna Zoo. Oh, man. This was such a good one. Oh, I can get on my soapbox about this one. So I was looking for any home for Ghost when Ghost came out, because I'm a 6,000 token first edition badge Ghost owner. There are dozens of us. When they made Shauna a 4/4, I was so happy because I could do the thematic Zabu Shauna Khazar Zoo deck, and I loved it. And then you had Ghost to throw Prio so you could Shang people. Well, 2 to my count. Look, I'm sure there's got to be at least like one other person out there somewhere in the world, surely. But I loved this deck. This deck was my jam. It was so fun. Like, Zoo had struggled for such a long time, and this was, like, the first time I found, like, a good Zoo deck in a long time. It was just great, and you could, like, Zabu into, like, Khazar or Shang or Shauna Shang. I opened Ghost as a Series 5. Does that count? Technically, yeah. Yeah, I miss playing Bucky. Bucky was fun. Let's see, any other spicy ones in here? What was this one? Dr. Galactus. I mean, that wasn't spicy. That was just a regular Galactus list back then. Good times. Negative Surfer. Oh, that's new. That was newer Negative Surfer, not back when he was 0-3 or 3-0. Let's see, any other cool ones? This deck was fun. Old Adam Warlock, where he was even less useless than he is now, yeah. Bucky does need love. Make him like a 7 power body or something when he respawns. Oh man, this deck was fun. Good old Arrow. I miss Arrow. I miss her so much. She was the best. Thanos Lockjaw. Oh, this is a bad version of Thanos Lockjaw. Oh my god. Oh, new heads won't fully appreciate this. Bro, this was back when Quinjet reduced the stones. Chavez, yeah. This was back when Quinjet reduced the stones and you just didn't have a whole lot of options for big idiots, so you just jammed in She-Hulk, Infinite. Oh yeah, this is one of Safety's favorite decks. This deck was so ridiculously broken, and it's funny because looking at it, it looks like such a pile. But like, this deck was so busted. This deck was so busted. 1/1 Sunspot. Bring him back. Bring him back. It was so ridiculously good. You just vomited out all your stones. 3/2 Lockjaw with infinite pulls. It was crazy. This deck was nuts. You dunk Leech away. You had original Space Stone, which let you move. What was it? It let you move into another lane. Like, it was ridiculous. This deck was ridiculous. It was so busted. And it's so funny because like everyone thought Thanos was bad until someone cracked the code with Lockjaw, and then it just took over. I played Thanos a bunch because he was one of my first Series 5 opens. I opened him and Shuri like shortly after Series 5 came out. And I kept trying to make Thanos work, and it was so rough. People were really bad at this game back then. It's always fun looking back at how bad people were at the game early on. This is true for this game, Hearthstone, really any card game. Like, the knowledge just wasn't there. It hadn't been, like... People hadn't dug deep enough. It's very funny to watch in hindsight. And they buffed Thanos, yeah. Yeah, remember that this was back when their like patches were so far out. It was like Thanos took over the game, and then the next patch they buffed him. It was very funny. That is a good one. That is a good one. Oh, I found the I think this is the Toxic Zabu deck. Oh, you bet your ass it is. So this was the if you didn't have the pay to win, you know, Darkhawk shenanigans, which very few people had, this was the menace. This was the deck that just fucked everyone up. Looking at this curve is so funny. It's so funny. You have a 1-drop, 2 3-drops, then 6 4-drops, and 3 6s. I'm gonna do like a whole like Zabu special Vietnam flashback video, because Zabu was the first card that really, I mean, I guess not, Surfer was technically the first card because it came first, but like Zabu was the most obvious one. Like, people debated a bit about Surfer, even though it probably wasn't a good debate. But people debated about whether Surfer was broken or not. Zabu, there was no debate. They had to even put out a post about, like, when they nerfed Surfer and Zabu, they had to put out a blog post where, like, yeah, guys, like, we need to do this for the health of the game. We take nerfing very seriously. We understand that, you know, you paid money for these cards. It was... They did a little mini apology tour, because they knew it was going to be negatively received. Because they hadn't done, like, huge nerfs before then. They did some smaller nerfs, but... It is wild to me, too, that Surfer had the higher win rate of the two. It's the old bait and switch when you have Lockjaw on board, and then you Jubilee or something else there, and then OG Leech appears, yeah. This deck was something else, though, man. This was the Pool 3 Warrior bought the Season Pass deck. It was like... I guess Absorbing Man was a Pool 4 card. But other than that, it was all Pool 3s and Zabu. But you had the double Spider-Man Lockout on 5. You had, you know, Ghost Rider, Shang. You had Jubilee, Dracula. Like, it was just absurd. The points this deck could pull out. It was a fucking menace. It was a menace to society. It was so wild. Do I have a surfer in here somewhere? Any other good ones? Oh, alright. This one wasn't a good deck, but it was a funny deck. I dared to ask the question, like, what was the most whale deck I could make out of the cards I had at the time? So you have to remember, at this point in time, Bast, Darkhawk, Valkyrie, and Thanos were all Series 5s. And Series 5s were a lot harder to acquire back then than they are now. Oh, it was so bad, but it was so fun. And everything but Thanos was a good negative flip. Yeah, good thing they buffed Adam Warlock. Let's see. Were there any other cool ones? Was this one cool? It was kind of basic. I think I've shown most of the really cool ones, but I have a lot of decks in here. Because before we had a deck tracker, I would just like screenshot it and put it up on stream. Oh, here's a surfer deck. Remember when Scorpion was one of the best 2-drops in the game? Yeah, Adam Warlock does have nice ones. God. This takes me back, man. Sarah Surfer. It was just so fun. It was so good. It's funny how few of these cards have changed, thinking about it. It's just like, what, Maximus? I guess Lizard, technically, Surfer, and Angela. I think that deck's like 2 cards off being playable right now, kinda, yeah. Scorpion's still seen a lot before collection level 1000. That's interesting. Oh man, I'm never deleting this deck folder. It's so good. It's so good. Oh wait, I found another one. All right, so there's this dude I kept facing on ladder, and he had this sick Quake control deck. And I loved it. It was so fun. You could do some serious shenanigans with this. This was back with original Shuri. See some Season 1 decks. Unfortunately, the way I did it, like... Actually, wait, can I sort this by time? I might be able to sort this by time. Group by... Type, size, tags, none. No, I don't think this supports. Wait, more. Date. Does that work? This is it. This is the deck I hit Infinite with. This was my first Infinite, I'm pretty sure. I was so happy when I opened Destroyer. I had Hobgoblin as my own little bit of spice because I loved playing that card. Yeah, right? I even run the Spectrum. I said screw it. I'm just jamming with Hobgoblin. Should play this on ladder, yeah. I'm sure it would go well. Back when you just threw Bucky Nova Carnage into every deck in the game. Even with our armor and our Cosmo. We needed armor Cosmo for Destroyer, though. Oh, I missed this. This deck was so much fun. I was so pumped when I hit Infinite. I'm going to take this into Conquest. Godspeed. I have a lot of good memories with this deck. You know, it's funny. Let's see. We could even... This is one we can actually take a look into the past with. Let's see. YouTube Studio. Sort by date. Haha, I found it. Poster, thanks for the follow. I am muting this. Alright. Damn, my hair is fucked up. Alright, I do not need to talk about the deck. We want to watch some gameplay. Oh, this was funny. I did it, so I did this during Halloween, so I was wearing my Murloc costume. I was also drinking a lot this stream because it was Halloween. This was the night I decided to make the full-time switch to Snap from what I did before. God, dude, simpler times, man. Simpler times. Also, can we appreciate how ridiculously scuffed this overlay was? Any of the original Storm Infinite decks? I can look. Let's see. I don't think I do. Do not think I have them. I'm gonna have to do a deep dive into like classic decks that I don't have in my lists. Storm a lane, play Jessica Jones, then drop an Infinite. Yeah, I think that was a thing, yeah. Like, Infinite wasn't amazing or anything, but people played it. People did play it. God, the overlay was so scuffed. I had no idea what I was doing. I eventually made a pretty cool overlay, but now that we have the PC client, you don't really need a super good overlay anymore. They did the wave into Doom. Shang-Chi was also not nearly as popular back then because so many early pool players did not have cards that could get hit by Shang other than like Devil Dino. It was actually really interesting. Because even though everyone had Shang, it's just like there weren't a lot of Shang targets back then. Got Infinite with Tempo Shangzu in Season 1. That's great. God, this takes me back. Yeah, he really wasn't in every deck because, like, outside of Dino, like, early pool players just weren't playing cards that died to him. I miss when I thought Daredevil was like a good card. Oh, look. We have Blue in chat complaining about the early pool experience. Still no Agent 13. Feels bad, man. Almost out of pool 2. Even back then, people complained about the early pool experience. Getting the cards they wanted. Some things never change. Some things truly never change. Oh, this takes me back. This is a good trip down memory lane. It's crazy how much has changed. Imagine complaining about not having Agent 13, yeah. It was relevant at the time for Dino. She was good. Remember facing pool 3 complete players at collection level 300. Yeah, I remember you matched into me, and I wasn't complete, but I had a lot. Oh, the clutch Bucky here was huge. I bet I didn't even snap this. Maybe I did. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, no, I did snap it. Look at that. Was a good player. Good player confirmed. It was so funny. Like Bucky Carnage was in so many decks, and you could just like Cosmo them. Also, the opponent blew up their own demon there. Like simpler days. A classic Daredevil, see what they do. Oh, I loved the Dino Destroy decks. They were so fun. Like, Carnage was legitimately, like, my favorite card in the game. I loved Carnage. Venom's always been a favorite for me. And I didn't have Venom, and Venom wasn't very good back then because he was a 3-1. So, like, Carnage filled that role for me, and I loved him. Yeah, it was exciting when you finally got a new card that you had been waiting for. Like, the system was ass, but it was very exciting when you finally got that new cool card. And there was just nothing, like, the Destroyer was just the biggest idiot around. So when you slammed it on the 6, like, they couldn't outpower you. Nobody played Magneto back then, because a lot of people didn't have it, but... Oh, look at that. I would have lost that game, too, if the real Mysterio was on the left, because they had Death. They were playing like Deathwave, I guess. Two win cons in one deck blew my simple little brain. Yeah, right. And then shortly after, like a month or two after this, was when we got the first bundles. Remember when Snap didn't have bundles? They were not, like... I feel like they definitely pushed this game out a bit earlier than they probably wanted to. Probably had, like, a deadline to meet. But God, the launch was such a crazy time. It was so crazy. And it was wild watching, like, some of the names that people are very familiar with now, like Binks, and a few of the other, like, old heads who played the game and did content on the game for, like, no people before release just absolutely explode. Like the two I knew were Binks and then TLSG. They were really the only two I knew. I'd heard of KM before through the Discord, but he didn't do content back then. He was just like a known entity from the Discord. Do, 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 do. What even was this deck? They were just playing like a weird Sarah deck. This was a bot, Santiago. This was a bot. And I had no idea. I was not the wiser. Do do do. Yeah, I remember Drewberry. I remember Milky too. I liked Milky a lot. I drew inspiration from him for some of the thumbnails I tried. It's a shame Drewberry left, but I also don't blame him at all for leaving. Because I think it is difficult to... Like, he found pretty good success in the Snap space, but like... I think there are a lot of people who felt like kind of limited creatively with like what they could do in Snap, and especially if like you aren't as passionate about playing the game as you were like when you started. I totally get it. 2-1 +2 Angela. God. She was such a menace, and like we all knew it, but we didn't realize how much of a menace she was. Like, we knew, but we didn't really know. Also, Hellcow. God, in beta, Hellcow was a 2/6. It was so messed up. Anyone who got Hellcow was like so much better. Like, it was just OP. 2/6s were busted. They just didn't exist. I think this is the last game. Second to last game. I'm going to skip to the last one because I think it was a better game. Oh yeah, he did a phenomenal job on the custom cards. I loved his infographics. I might try and bring that back because I created like a similar infographic one of the months because I thought his were so cool. And now that he's not doing them anymore, maybe there's a market for people still wanting that. Because I thought they were so cool. Like he had an eye for like visual appeal. He was very good at that. It seems like he's found some decent success switching to Rivals though, so I'm happy for him. Because he seems to enjoy that quite a bit. Rivals is a pretty cool game. It's not something I could imagine myself like switching content focus to, but like if you're passionate about the Marvel IP and that genre, I get it. Was I crazy here to not play this Colossus? Yes, I definitely was crazy not to play this Colossus. 2-1 Collector. Yeah, that's the thing about Snap content creation. It's expensive if you want to showcase a lot of the new stuff, which most people feel like they have to in order to like be on a level playing field or not have a disadvantage. And then the that is a gold apocalypse with no effect. That's cool. And then the other thing is like Snap is very oversaturated in terms of the content that is produced. Like not everyone, but the vast majority of people do the same thing, and there are just more people who create like gameplay and deck content than there are like people who want to watch that much gameplay and deck content. Is the unfortunate reality. So if you want to make Snap content, biggest piece of advice is to try and find a different way to approach it, because just trying to do like the standard stuff, I just don't think is a valuable use of one's time and effort. I'm trying to diversify my own stuff because of this. Because I've felt this quite a bit myself, and I have like, I don't know, like I have more time and effort put into it than I think fair amount of other people, but it doesn't guarantee success. It is competitive. Infinite, boom, rank 100. I was so happy. Yeah, gameplay just doesn't do super well. I will say I was super pleased. I uploaded gameplay this week and it actually did comparatively well for me. Like the video itself didn't do crazy well or anything, but anytime gameplay breaks like 1K viewers, I am incredibly pleased. Because I made this cool werewolf one, and most of the time I post gameplay, it just dies below 1K. And at that point, it's like, I think it does more harm than good in the algorithm. Oh yeah, Cozy has to be like the most dedicated editor in the game, and the fact that he does it all himself is crazy. Like if I could, you know, make a little wish and make my life easier, it would be to have a good editor, because that would enable me to stream a bit longer without having to take all the time for editing and other stuff. But I cannot afford to pay a good editor. So I just do it myself, and I like that I've learned and improved with it because of that, but it's hard to be a one-man band and do it all yourself. That's one of the biggest challenges, I think, with content creation, is if you want to do it all, like, it's hard to be a one-man band. And I say that as someone who has more time to do this stuff than most people, because, like, this is my main focus right now. I don't have, like, another job I'm focused on. Most people aren't in that position. Most people have, like, you know, a 9 to 5 or whatever, or school or what have you, and you have... That's how I was when I started, and it was harder. And you think, oh, you go full time and you have all this time to do it now, and it's like, oh man, it is not as much as you think when you try and do all this stuff. But I've been this video got pretty good reception too, the Wiccan video. People seem to like the format, they responded to it positively, so that gives me... I'm really trying to test a lot of stuff out with different Snap content, so I really want to get the Wave lore video out the door too. That one I've had in the works for a long time. I was just too lazy to edit it, but now that I have a good editing laptop, I don't have a good excuse anymore. Well, that was fun. I think I'm going to call it here. Solid, like, I think I streamed for like 5 hours, because this was 3.5, and we did like an hour and a half of like yapping before I had to restart the stream. So that was cool. I'll find another snapper to send y'all over to. I think Snap horror stories or like recollections, a very cool idea that hasn't been done. I think so too, and it's on my list. I've been putting together a list. I've been making some cool thumbnails, like, I have some really, I think, good ideas in the tank that I'm hoping I can deliver on, so stay tuned to the YouTube if you want to see that stuff. And if you're new around here, drop a follow. Lets you know when I go live and all that jazz. I'll send you guys to a smaller streamer. We spread the love, try and encourage people. I'll send you to this person who's playing Phoenix Force and Bounce, I think. It sounds fun. A raid. Boom. And when you get over there, spam some nom noms. It's a global emote, so everyone has it. And other than that, just have a good night, and I'll be back tomorrow probably. Peace. Do, 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 do.